So, what does it really mean to heal yourself? You may hear this saying or statement go around quite a bit in the spiritual healing community. And people often say, "You are your own healer." And for myself, that is my quote that I often say is, "You are your own healer, but it is okay to ask for help." So, why is there this statement that you are your own healer? Stay tuned to this episode, and I will share a little bit more about that. Welcome back. My name is Angie. I'm your soul alignment mentor, bringing intuitive messages I receive in my spirit to you to help you live your most authentic, aligned life. So, today we're talking about what it means to heal yourself. And this is a statement I've been seeing going around much more in the recent, probably the last 3 to 5 years. And prior to that, I don't remember seeing a lot, at least in my world, in my perception of the world, in my corner, in the manifested world that I lived in. It really wasn't something that you heard a lot, that we are our own healer. And when I had my spiritual awakening in 2016, things really shifted for me because I began to see the world differently. Which that's what happens when you have an awakening. Your perspective of things begin to change. And at the time, I was working at a job I loved. I really never saw myself leaving that job. I was working in the mental health field. I was working I was a case manager at the time, creating treatment plans, working with therapists, working with families. I did one-on-one work with the parents. I did one-on-one work with the children. I did crisis work. I was like the go-to person in mental health. And I really prided myself on being that person for my clients. Like I prided myself on they could call me at any time and I knew how to help them or I would help them. And I really poured myself into helping people to feel better in their lives. However, at the time, I was not aware that I did not really understand the process of healing and what healing really was. Healing is much different than checking in with somebody, going to therapy once a week, getting medication. Just there's a whole bunch more behind the energy of healing than just what I had been taught and was doing in the field. Once I had my awakening, I began to expand my view of what it was like to help people to heal and why people were coming for healing. And in the years after my awakening, I still really did not fully understand it until I really took that step into healing myself. And at the time of my awakening, I felt really uncomfortable with where I was. I knew there was more for me to do in the world. I knew there was more expansion that I was supposed to bring spiritually into the world. And so I went on this journey of trying to seek that out. Like, where do I fit? Where is my place where I'm able to help the world more in understanding who they are spiritually and healing? And I did not know at the time that that was what was going to guide me into the deepest healing of my life and that it would guide me to the people that would help me do that deep healing. And at that point, I was very, very determined to heal. And something switched in me when I had my awakening where I knew I had to be a participant in my healing. I knew I had to be the one that did it, that I could go and I could get help and I could get therapy and I could take medication, do whatever I needed to do on the outside, but the actual healing was going to take place inside. Now, I don't know if I'm just assuming at this point that it was probably my guides or my higher self or my spirit team or my loved ones on the other side, whoever it was. Something pushed me at that time to begin to go inward, where I began to meditate every day. I began to spend time with myself. I began to pay attention to my energy and my thoughts and see how I felt in different situations, and really begin to allow myself to expand my understanding of who I was and why I behaved in certain ways. And as I went through this process, I was seeing a couple different therapists at the time. And it was, at one point in my life, I probably would not have taken the initiative to find people that I knew would help me. Because prior to that, you just kind of pick a therapist, you stay with them, and you kind of just assume, eventually I'll get better if I just keep going. But here's the thing, you guys. If you're going to a healer, if you're going to a therapist, you're going to someone that is supposed to be helping you to heal. They should be teaching you how to heal yourself. This is not a person that you should continue to rely on the rest of your life. Now, there is a timeline and a process, and there's different lengths of time people will need to work with somebody, and some is longer and some is not. But I will tell you, if you become an active participant in that healing process and you don't put the pressure on the person that you are going to for the healing, you will heal much quicker. Your life will transform because you are the participant in your own life. You are the one that manifests your life. And so if you are not playing a role in what you want to happen in your life, it will not happen. And so you can't just keep going to a healer. You can't keep going to a therapist. You can't keep doing these things without also doing something on your own. And that, for me, what I teach my clients is meditation, aligning your energy, paying attention to your energy, getting to know your energy, raising your vibration so you can communicate with your spirit team so they can help and guide you. And then releasing some of the logical ego mind, the programming that you developed in your life so that you can get to know the voice between your ego and the voice between your spirit. There's all types of insights that you can do as you work through your healing process, but that healing really does take place more so with you than it does in the place of another person. Now, the reason there are healers, the reason that we should go to a healer, the reason that therapists are very beneficial to go to, or healers or energy workers, whatever they are that you are being called to go and meet with and have sessions with, the reason that is also important is because they are your expanders. When you get in the energy of another person that has done their healing, a true healer is someone that has healed themselves as well. Their energy field is expanded, and they're able to help shine light into the energy that you hold in yourself. And so by being around a healer, it's almost like their aura field kind of saturates around what might be in your energy field that might be a little bit darker energy from trauma or limiting beliefs, or just things that have come into you throughout your life that are keeping you in cycles or stuck. Because energy doesn't lie, you guys. When we repeat patterns in our life, when there's things that continue to happen over and over, is because we have an energy field in that is vibrating and continuing to attract the same situations and scenarios over and over. Until we get to know the energy, we can't rid ourselves of it. And so working, for myself, I'm a little biased just because of the work I do, and some of my closest friends are spiritual healers. Now, some of them do work as therapists and some of them don't, but it is important to find a person, a healer that has done their work. Now, you don't necessarily know this, but you will be able to tell by how they're expanding you, by what they're teaching you. And I'll give you a quick example because this might be hard to understand. And this is not a diss on anybody. This is not a diss on different therapists or modalities or anything like that. They're all beneficial for the time that it's needed. But this was probably about 6 years ago. when I really started diving into my healing process, I was determined to find a therapist that I really resonated with, that I knew would help me. I wanted to heal. I really, really wanted to heal. And I was determined to do anything I needed to do to heal. And I went to a therapist that a friend had suggested, and she was a wonderful person. I enjoyed her. It was fun to go and visit. However, after 6 months of seeing her, I had not made any progress. And in the past, prior to my awakening, I probably would have thought, okay, I'm doing something wrong. I need to just keep going. Maybe, she'll help me, whatever. But after 6 months, when I had not made any progress, when I had not learned anything new about myself, when I had not learned anything new about healing, when I had not expanded into where I wanted to go, not that healing has to be fast or it has to have a timeline, but you will determine how quickly it goes based on the effort and the active participation you put into your healing. So at that point, I made the very hard decision that I needed to move on and find somebody else. And so I did. And, I eventually found somebody that helped me a great deal for several years. And there came a point where that also came to a roadblock. And so everybody has a capacity of what they're supposed to give you and when they're supposed to give it to you. So allowing yourself to be open, to be led by your spirit, your intuition, to guide you in the direction where you are meant to go to become your best self. Some of these people will remain in your life forever. Some of them will remain in for a season, even a therapist. And so when you start to take this path forward, when you start to learn who you are, you become the active participant in manifesting what you need in your life. So if you're not getting what you need to take a step back and evaluate, am I making progress? Am I where I want to be? Where do I want to be? What do I need to change to get there? And then you become your healer. That is what it means to become your own healer. Working with a healer, working with somebody that understands energy. What I always encourage is find a really good therapist and find a really good healer that does energy work or understands manifestation, all that stuff. Because the therapist, depending on who you see, may not have any understanding about spiritual awakening or about spiritual things. And if you find one that has both, you have found a jewel, let me tell you. But there are some that have not gone through awakening or have not done their own healing. So they may just be a part of your life for a season until you can go and find what you need in someone else. Now, I share all this as a healer myself, and I am offering a 7-week course where I take you through all of this. I take you deep into your energy field. I take you into your mindset, into your ego. I help you to discover all those things that are happening inside your energy field. And I allow the healing I've done in my life to penetrate into your needs and your dark energies to help reveal those to you so that you can begin to heal as well. So you can take that action. I give you active action steps that you can use weekly to participate in your healing, because sometimes we're just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do that. And so you need somebody that teaches you. So I will give you the tools you need to heal. I give you step-by-step instructions based on your personal needs to go through that process. Now, I normally offer this as a one-on-one course where you get into the module. You have a weekly assignment with with meditations, with journal prompts, with all the things that you need to do to raise your vibration. 7-week module where you will go through on your own at home, but then you will meet with me once a week where I teach you how to actually do it in real life. And then we talk about what is going on and how to release it and what's going, and as a medium, as a healer that can read energy and look into energy and hear from your guides, hear from your loved ones, I am able to help pinpoint these little energetic points that are stuck in you that you can begin to focus on and to heal them. Because that one-on-one price is a little bit more than what it would be if I offered a course, I am going to do a group healing starting in January for 7 weeks. If you are at a point where you're ready to take that step and you want to truly, truly heal, I highly encourage you to take this time to invest in yourself. Invest the money, invest the time. Make 2024 the best year of your life. Make it the time that you transform all that energy that keeps you stuck and open yourself up into a new frequency and vibration where you can connect with your higher self, where you can manifest more easily, where you can see yourself in a brighter light. And so if you are interested in that, I encourage you to come over to my website, angieharris.org. Go underneath courses. You will find the Raise Your Vibration course and go and join that. We are starting January 6th. And so we will start that second week, I think, of January, and we will move through January into the early part of February. For 7 weeks, we will work on your energy field. We will help you raise your vibration. I will help you get to know your spirit team. I will help you develop spiritual gifts. If you want to be a medium, if you think you're a medium, if you think you have spiritual gifts, this will help you develop those. If you want to be a healer, if you want to be a coach, I highly encourage you doing this. Now, if you already are a coach, if you already are a healer, if you're already doing all the things that you want to do, but you just don't feel fulfilled, if you feel empty, I encourage you to take this course as well. This will transform your life, and I can guarantee you, without a doubt, because I have been leading people through this for the last several years, and every single one of their lives have transformed. And so I can put a guarantee behind it as long as you do the work, as long as you are the participant in your healing journey. I will give you step-by-step tools to do the healing. So I would love to have you on this journey. If you are wanting to just have a little bit of a meet me kind of a thing, I am offering 20-minute very discounted readings right now. If you get on my website and you go to the personal readings and you click on that, it will take you to all the options where you can schedule a reading with me and you can pick that discounted reading. I'm doing 20-minute readings for only $35, and this is super cheap, you guys. And I will tell you that my prices will be raising in 2024 as I continue to align my own energy with what I am providing into the world. And so if you want to do that before my prices rise, I encourage you to do that. If you've already done one and you want to do another one, schedule another one. There's no limit on how many you can do. So I wish you all the best day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. I send you all the universal love. Namaste.